Good, happy Wednesday morning, July 17, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to, so let's begin. First up, motorcyclist killed in crash on Brown Ave in Manchester. Road shut down for hours. A motorcyclist was killed in a crash Tuesday on Brown Ave in Manchester, police said. The victim was a 26-year-old man from Manchester, according to police. Authorities were called to the scene right before 4:45 p.m. on Tuesday. Manchester Police's Accident Reconstruction Unit is trying to determine exactly what happened in the moments leading up to the crash. At this point, authorities said it appears the motorcycle was the only vehicle involved. The crash shut down the southbound side of Brown Ave between Airport Road and Devon Street for hours while police worked at the scene. The road reopened just before 10 p.m. Police said it is motorcycle season and drivers need to be alert. In recent days, police in Manchester have seen multiple crashes. Police said they're not sure yet whether the motorcyclist in Tuesday's crash was wearing a helmet. The identity of the deceased is being withheld pending notification of next of kin. Anyone who witnessed the crash is asked to call Manchester Police at 603-668-8711. Investigation continues after man jumps out of second-floor apartment in Concord. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Andy Hirschberger.
Let's get your pre-baby body the nutrients it needs with the complete multivitamin with clinically proven absorption of key nutrients.
35-year-old Jerry Roberts was arrested on an outstanding warrant and failure to register as a sex offender after police responded to a disturbance at an apartment on Fisherville Road.
Witnesses observed a male party who had been injured jump out of a second-floor window of an apartment and flee from the apartment. After a period of time, officers forced entry into the apartment in which a juvenile was detained, as was an adult male party within the residence. He was identified as Jerry Roberts.
Authorities say the juvenile was released to family while the man who jumped was taken to the hospital for treatment. Thomas Pillsbury and Tawny Chamberlain say they were just coming home when they saw what was happening.
He literally was jumping off the balcony, and he had rope around his hands, he had zip ties around his hands and rope around his ankle, and he's like, somebody call the cops, somebody call the cops.
When we first got home, there was just a couple of cops, and they were like on both sides of the building because they were trying to get into that apartment.
Police say no charges have been filed that are directly related to the disturbance, but that could change.
We believe a serious incident did occur in there. We're still piecing through evidence, and we expect there will be further police action in the relatively near future.
Concord police say they are still conducting interviews and will release more information as it becomes available. In Concord, Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Former bus driver accused of sexually assaulting girl ordered held on bail. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Jennifer Crompton.
customers will call in or email in and just tell us everything at the store, and from the beginning of the sale till the delivery. It was a great experience, and as a business owner, we strive for it.
Visit us at powellstone.com.
59-year-old Dewey Womgans is back in the state, accused of sexually assaulting a little girl last month in Londonderry, then leaving the area. It's believed he was headed home to Tennessee, but was convinced to turn himself in on the way.
With the assistance of the Rockingham County Sheriff's Department, deputies flew down and retrieved Mr. Womgans, who did waive extradition from North Carolina, and we're happy that he's back in New Hampshire so we can answer these charges and so we can move forward with the case.
According to court documents, Womgans had been renting a basement bedroom in a Londonderry home for about 18 months while working as a part-time bus driver. It's alleged that on June 18th, he told the homeowner that he'd be moving out in the morning and that sometime during the night, he went up to the first floor and sexually assaulted a little girl who was sleeping on the couch, allegedly sitting on her so she couldn't get away.
It's 5 felonies and 1 misdemeanor, and the alleged victim in this case is a minor. And anytime the juvenile is a victim of any crime, especially when it's serious as what we're alleging is tragic.
Initial concerns were that there could be additional victims.
No further victims have come forward in this case, and it appears that the fact that he was a school bus driver in our community was unrelated to the actual case itself.
According to court documents, he was headed to move in with his sister in South Carolina when he turned himself in, and it's where he says he will live if he's able to post that $100,000 bail. Live in Londonderry, Jennifer Compton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Governor signs law covering PTSD for first responders. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Hello, I'm Paul Modulewski, the owner of Century Roofing. 10 years ago, we opened this business with 2 core values: fair pricing and customer service. And always remember, at Century Roofing,
a bill that would cover PTSD under workers' compensation for first responders is now law. Governor Sununu signed that bill at a Manchester fire station today. Supporters say the law will help break the stigma of post-traumatic stress among police, firefighters, and EMTs by treating it as an on-the-job injury. The bill also clarifies and expands a law passed last year, giving similar coverage to firefighters who get cancer.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. U.S. stocks set for mixed open after Trump's trade comments dent historic rally. U.S. stock indexes features were mixed Wednesday morning after ending a lengthy winning streak following President Donald Trump's spectacle comments on the ongoing U.S.-China trade war. House Democrats introduced articles of impeachment against Trump. Rep. Al Green, Democrat of Texas, introduced articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump on Tuesday evening, a move that could face the House to take up the controversial subject later this week over the position of Democrat leaders. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.